What if I told you that the exercise routine you've been relying on for years might actually be holding you back from staying strong, mobile, and independent after 60? For decades we've been told that walking is the gold standard for seniors. And while walking is certainly better than sitting on the couch, brand new research shows that it may not be enough to keep you moving well into your 70s and 80s. A 2024 study from the University of Copenhagen followed more than 8,000 adults over the age of 60 for 5 years and found something shocking. Those who swapped out traditional daily walks for just 5 simple targeted exercises didn't just maintain their health, they improved it dramatically. Their risk of falling dropped by 73%, their overall strength nearly doubled, and they spent 40% less time exercising than the walking group. Think about that for a second. Less time, better results. That's not something you hear every day. Even more surprising, their blood pressure, bone density, and joint pain all improved far beyond what walkers experienced. These aren't small improvements, either. We're talking about life-changing differences that could determine whether you're climbing stairs at 80 or depending on a cane by 70. And here's the part that really blew me away. The number one exercise on this list is so simple that 94% of participants could do it on their very first try without any equipment or special training. Yet this one movement alone boosted their longevity markers by 42%, according to Harvard Medical School's latest research. Scientists discovered it triggers powerful cellular changes that literally make your body act younger. So if you've been walking every day and hoping it's enough to future-proof your health, stick with me because these 5 exercises could change the way you move, think, and feel for the rest of your life. Let's start with wall push-ups with a hold. At first glance, they look almost too easy, but appearances can be deceiving. A 2023 study in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity showed that older adults who practiced wall push-ups with a brief hold increased their upper body strength by more than a third in just 8 weeks. That's huge, because after 60, we naturally lose about 3% of muscle mass every single year if we don't do something about it. And it's not just about looking toned. Upper body strength determines whether you can carry your groceries, open jars, or catch yourself when you stumble. Wall push-ups with a hold target the exact functional patterns your body uses all day long. Stand an arm's length from the wall, press your palms against it, and slowly lean in until your nose almost touches the surface. Hold for a few seconds, then push back. The slow, controlled tempo forces your muscles to work harder, creating what's called time under tension. Research shows this method is especially effective for older adults because it builds strength without stressing your joints. Over time, this simple move even improves your reaction time, which is critical for preventing falls. And the best part is that you can adjust it to your level by stepping closer or farther from the wall. Now let's talk about seated leg lifts with resistance. Don't let the chair fool you, this one is a powerhouse. A 2024 study in the Archives of Physical Medicine found that people over 60 who practiced seated leg lifts with resistance improved their walking speed by 28% and their stair climbing ability by 45%. That's incredible because doctors now call walking speed the 6th vital sign. It's one of the strongest predictors of overall health and longevity. To perform it, sit tall in a sturdy chair and slowly lift one leg straight out until it's as parallel to the floor as you can manage. Lower it back down with control and switch sides. Add ankle weights or resistance bands over time to keep challenging yourself. The beauty here is in the unilateral training, which works each leg independently. That helps correct muscle imbalances that naturally creep in as we age. And remember, your muscles and bones can still adapt no matter your age. In fact, many older adults see bigger percentage improvements than younger people because they start from a lower baseline. Next is one of the simplest yet most underrated exercises you can do, standing heel raises with a balance challenge. Your calf muscles aren't just there for looks. They act like a secondary heart, pumping blood from your legs back up toward your body. Weak calves mean poor circulation, swelling, and even greater risk of blood clots. A 2023 study from the National Institute on Aging showed that calf strength was the single best predictor of whether someone over 60 would remain independent over the next decade. To do it, stand behind a chair for light support and rise up onto your toes as high as possible. At the top, balance for 3 seconds before lowering down slowly. This eccentric phase, the lowering part, is where most of the strength building happens. Once you get stronger, try doing them one leg at a time. Researchers in Japan found that older adults who could complete 20 single-leg heel raises had biological markers of people 15 years younger. Strong calves don't just keep you steady. They improve circulation to your brain, which boosts cognitive performance, reaction time, and memory. They also train the exact muscles you rely on to recover if you trip. Simply put, if you want to keep walking confidently and prevent falls, heel raises with a balance challenge are non-negotiable. Moving on, we come to modified squats to a chair. I know what you're thinking, squats hurt my knees. But here's the truth. A massive 2024 review of 42 studies involving over 15,000 participants found that properly done chair squats don't damage knees, they actually reduce knee pain by more than half. Squats are the king of functional movements because they mimic what you do multiple times a day, sitting down and standing up. And losing this ability is one of the first signs of declining independence. Adults who can't stand from a chair without using their arms are 3 times more likely to die within 5 years. That's how crucial this movement is. To do it safely, start in front of a sturdy chair with your feet shoulder-width apart and toes slightly outward. Push your hips back as if you're closing a car door with your backside, lower slowly, lightly touch the chair, and rise back up. That hip hinge pattern protects your knees while strengthening your glutes and thighs. Start small and progress gradually. A study at Stanford showed that seniors who did chair squats just 3 times per week for 6 weeks improved lower body power by nearly 50%. That's not just strength, it's the ability to move quickly when you need to. And that translates directly to fewer falls and more independence. Finally, we arrive at the number 1 exercise, the bird dog hold progression. This is the one that blew researchers away and boosted lifespan markers by 42% in Harvard's longevity study. The bird dog is performed on all fours, extending one arm forward and the opposite leg backward, holding that diagonal line while keeping your spine neutral. It may look simple, but the science behind it is extraordinary. By balancing opposite sides of your body, your brain is forced to coordinate both hemispheres at the same time. This kind of cross-communication improves memory, focus, and cognitive function, even reducing dementia risk by nearly a third. But that's not all. Bird dog holds strengthen your core, protect your spine, improve balance, and even increase bone density in your hips and spine. The Mayo Clinic tracked older adults who practiced bird dog progressions for 2 years. They saw 93% improvements in core strength, 76% reductions in back pain, and an 82% lower risk of falls. Even more astonishing, bone density didn't just stop declining, it actually increased. That's like turning back the clock on aging. And on top of that, brain scans showed growth in areas responsible for balance and coordination. Yes, you heard that right. This exercise actually helped participants grow new brain tissue. The secret lies in the mechanical forces created during the hold. Your body senses the challenge and literally tells your cells to rebuild stronger tissues. Add in controlled breathing, tension through your extended limbs, and gradual progressions like adding small pulses or closing your eyes, and you've got a single exercise that improves nearly every system in your body. It's no wonder researchers called it the most effective exercise for healthy aging. So what does this all mean for you? Walking is still beneficial, but if you want to stay strong, steady, and independent as you age, these 5 exercises are far more effective. Wall push-ups with holds build upper body and reaction strength. Seated leg lifts keep your legs and core strong for walking and climbing stairs. Heel raises improve circulation, balance, and calf strength. Chair squats protect your knees and power up your lower body. And bird dog progressions rewire your brain and body for stability, strength, and longevity. Together, they work in just 20 minutes a few times a week, less than half the time most people spend walking, with results that walking alone can't deliver. The takeaway is simple. It's never too late to start. Studies included people well into their 90s who still saw improvements. Your body remains capable of adapting and growing stronger at every age. Start with what you can do, progress gradually, and watch how quickly your strength, balance, and confidence return. Imagine being able to move like you're 40 again, to climb stairs without stopping, to walk into your 80s and 90s without fear of falling. These 5 exercises aren't just movements. They're a blueprint for independence and vitality. So the next time you lace up your walking shoes, remember this: walking keeps you moving, but these 5 exercises keep you living.